What's good? It's Casper. Today's video, I'm going to be talking about the movie Sinners. Sinners is a 2025 film. It's rated R and it's 2 hours and 17 minutes. Directed by Ryan Coogler. What's awesome about this movie is the fact that Ryan Coogler and Michael B. Jordan are one of those people in Hollywood that actually continue to work on movies together. Really good acting with Michael B. Jordan in the movies I have seen. Black Panther I have not seen yet. It's a huge movie, but still haven't had time to get to that movie at all. This movie has been out for a few weeks now. The reviews, low and high, I would say both of them have their own valid points and actually have their good reasoning for the highs and lows of watching this movie. My review on this movie would basically just be more towards just creativity, putting out a vision, putting out something that you feel like could be really authentic. The directing style in this whole movie, I absolutely loved it. Really chop his directing with different styles, different flows. There is spoilers in this review. Sorry about that. When the movie started, I'm not gonna lie, I was really confused on what direction this movie is gonna be about. We're gonna see a lot of vampires throughout this whole movie. One thing that impressed me right away was the script writing. I think the writing in this movie was holding up for a very good amount of time. While trying to figure this out, there is a lot of bouncing around in sense of like, here's one character, now we're seeing Michael B. Jordan's character. I could see a lot of viewers in the first half be kind of confused on it's gonna be like a classic era 1930s style movie. Are we gonna get more background on these characters? Because there isn't no crazy horror stuff in the beginning, and that's where it's just leaving you kind of wandering. I think the eye-catching stuff in the first hour was definitely seeing Michael B. Jordan handle playing the twin brothers. Awesome to see. The costume design throughout the whole movie, it's one thing throughout this movie you're not going to be ashamed of or something that's going to throw you off. And addition with the script was something that held the first half of the movie flowing pretty consistently. With the lines, we understand that they're mafia gangsters doing what they got to do to get money, especially during that time where it was a very racist time. Infamously known to people for basically being those gangster mafia people. I really like how with not too much backstory detail, if you're a very in-tune daydreamer viewer, you can actually understand like, yeah, maybe we could see a backstory with a lot of these characters, but with a lot of the lines and the direction, it's straightforward. Confidence, posture, costume design, set design, a lot of that stuff shows that these twin brothers, Smoke and Stack, you know that they have high power, you know that they have high status, and they're very known to a lot of people. Miles Cannon, who plays Sammy, the character in here where you do want to kind of know his backstory as well, but with the flow of the movie, it's one of those things you got to catch really quick, kind of put yourself in a position where you kind of do know where these people are coming from. A lot of characters in this movie that have their screen time that make this movie very awesome, make this movie into a real grab you in feeling. They did a good job on just bringing all these random characters who are big names as well. I'm not saying they're just random names. A lot of cool faces in front of you to actually fit this flow of this movie. Delroy Lindo, who plays Delta, seen him in the movie Da 5 Bloods, directed by Spike Lee. I was like, no way they got him. So this was like a movie where you bring your people who can bring this vision that you have to life, and being honest with them like, hey, this is the idea I have for this movie. Do you want to take a shot at it? And this is the whole feel of this movie that I got while watching this. Okay, so going back to the first half, camera direction, it's changing from different ratios and different aspects. Visually, that's something that I enjoyed watching. You could see a lot of the creativity in general. There was a couple one takes that I noticed right away. Michael B. Jordan is an example of why this writing is so phenomenal. Michael B. Jordan's character is talking to people in the city who are the poorer side, and I really like the interaction between Stack, Smoke with normal people, because those lines, smart tone to it, straight up has that I've done things, you know, that you guys can't do. But overall, just explaining the first half, you're not gonna get no sort of understanding where the vampires are gonna come from. We're getting more of Smoke and Stack's character and also Sammy's character joining the ride. I feel like Ryan Coogler trusted Michael B. Jordan to handle all those moments, and especially Sammy being the cousin as well. I thought they executed. Michael B. Jordan, great job in this movie. He really fits that era vibe. His accent, his script writing, the way he was presenting those lines, nothing actually felt off at all. Even with the bouncing to the future part, I'm just like, wow, what an adjustment. That's something that you have to literally in a snap be able to do. So shout out to Michael B. Jordan actually being committed to this project. I think a lot of his lines and how he's presenting it just gave me like you're reading it in a book and then hearing it from him. That's like connecting both of those dots. It fits both of the vibes. Miles Cannon, played by Sammy Moore, he's the cousin. Really like how he was a key addition to this movie. His acting was great. You could see where the positionings of his level compared to his cousins, a family battle, a type of relationship, but very authentic, felt very real. There is other characters in this movie that have great phenomenal screen time and they add to the movie as well. Let me know in the comments who was your favorite character, or is there any character in this movie that you felt like was very random. A lot of the times where the movie had a little drag, what else are we gonna watch? Could something else happen? I can notice in this movie that there's a lot of wake me up moments with the sound. Seeing the vampires and seeing how they got introduced, that is another thing that I did notice. Where did they come from? It's like a risk take where you could just go straight to it because there's so much buildup, so much eye-catching stuff in the first half that when the vampires do come, that's like an anxiety rush that while being a viewer that you're just like, oh dang, now we're dealing with these type of people. When this movie has those drag moments, like I was talking about with the sound design and the sound effects in this movie, that's how the movie introduces these vampires straight right away from a scene, and it just goes straight into, you know, it's about to get real. I do like the look of them as well, where even at those small moments where they're changing into a vampire, it was just like, oh dang, watch out. Did at times get very, very bloody. There is some unrealistic moments. There is some moments where I could see you could change. The way they were doing the hip hop scene and then the blues thing morphed into one. I couldn't even believe how they did that. That was so awesome to see. That's an awesome scene for me. I think that was one of the moments in the movie that literally gave me those extra bonus points where I'm like, I did not expect that at all. I do like the edits in this movie. I thought it was very clean. My favorite scene in this movie is definitely when they're finally in that club area, because there's just a lot of moments in there where cinematography wise where I could be just literally mind blown, and it'll honestly bring a tear to my eye for just how phenomenal that vision just got executed. And then seeing the final edit and how that got done, I'll just literally just be like, beautiful, that was crazy. The fusion of the blues music gets transformed into the hip hop stuff. I thought that was one of the wildest transitions I've ever seen in a movie. Second half is cool. Action is hitting. A lot of those moments in this movie, especially when the vampires are talking to the normal humans. I really enjoyed the fact with my movie watch that the viewers were like, no, don't listen to this guy. No, what the heck? Come on, don't do that. It kind of got the audience involved a little bit. I'm not saying it's the best movie ever, the best vampire movie of all time. Wait till the credits is over. There's an extra scene as well. This isn't a movie that I feel like they'll create a series or a number 2 off from. It did what it had to do throughout the whole thing. It wasn't something that I feel like I've seen before. After my watching the movie Sinners out of 10, I'm gonna have to give this movie a 10 out of 10. That's my movie review for the movie Sinners. Shout out to you guys for tuning into the video. Thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you guys on the next one. Peace, y'all.